everybody, and welcome to I Can Fix Your Movie.
Hey.
All right, we've got a very, very interesting film. Honestly, I like this film quite a bit.
Yep.
I did. I think that there are some structural fixes, but I did like this film. This is episode 32 of I Can Fix Your Movie. And now, for reference, this is the film Tron Ares.
Yes.
Okay. Now, for reference, I saw the original. I saw the original Tron in the theaters.
Yeah, crazy.
I loved that film. I watched it again recently and was like, oh, it does not hold up as well as I thought it did.
No, I mean, it was such an exciting time.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like back in the day.
Yeah.
In the 80s when they realized that they could start animating digitally.
Yes. Huge.
They were like,
this is going to change everything.
We got to make something
out
of this. This is amazing.
Okay, so here's the thing. I remember, and not a joke, this is not a joke. I remember in school, we had a computer class, which was weird. It was things like tell your mouse to turn 180 degrees, write some code for that. It was like, I literally remember taking the class going, who's ever going to have a computer to worry about this? Thinking it was so dumb.
You just aged yourself.
Well, I don't care. I just thought it was so dumb.
Yeah.
That, like, why are we even having... I remember taking a typing class, for goodness sakes, and I was like, nope, no need to worry about typing. Who cares? Is that neighbor Gatsby, like, cursive is the way of the future?
Yeah. Who would ever need to know how to work a computer? I mean, computers are stuff that, are in businesses.
Right. And I didn't ever think that was going to be a thing.
NASA.
Yeah. and those big NASA computers.
Yeah.
But I remember actually sitting in my computer class and my teacher being so jazzed about this movie when it came out that
The original
Tron.
Yeah.
We watched it in the classroom. But I do remember there's one curse word in this film, in the original thing, and it's so fast. It's whenever there's a gamer, and they were playing the game in the arcade game, and he curses right as soon as he loses. He's like, and he says it, and then but my teacher was like, it came up, and he said, he's like, okay, here comes a curse word. And so he went, because he didn't want to get in trouble because there was one very tiny curse. It wasn't like anything bad. It was like the light curse words of as far as curse words go.
Oh my goodness.
It was so funny. But yeah, so I watched this film thinking, oh my gosh, this is so cool. These effects. Oh, baby.
In the 80s.
Oh, man, they're killer.
Yeah.
And now, man, I mean, they've got so many.
Those were the early
days.
stages. How far we've come.
Oh man. Well, I like I said, I did like this film a lot, and I thought there was, but again, like I said, I just felt that there's just some things structurally that they could have done because this film did not do well.
Yeah, it didn't, which I'm kind of surprised about because it was kind of built on the nostalgia of the first film.
But it was that's not enough.
It's
just not enough.
There's generations that watched and loved that movie, and so, I thought it would do better, but it didn't. And then watching it was kind of like, well, why didn't it do very well?
I've got some theories.
Yeah,
I've got some theories. One, Disney is kind of climbing out of a hole. Now they dug their hole. They did this, but they're just getting like bombed by people that are saying, it's terrible before they're even seeing it. But again, they've earned a lot of their people that are
a lot of the criticism.
A lot of the criticism they've earned it.
Yeah.
But like people are like bombing this thing before they've even seen it. But then the thing is, it's Leto. Okay, so the lead, he went from like a couple bombs in a row because like he went. Suicide Squad was not a good look for him, and people like really took him to task about that one. and they were just like, oh, you've ruined it, you destroyed, how dare you? Which, I mean, I guess he didn't do.
It's not like he did that.
Yeah, but I mean, he was no Heath Ledger, but like he was. I didn't think he was terrible, but like
no, I
the
didn't
thing
either.
is, there was this whole thing of like it was supposed to be a lot more about him in this, and then he was supposed to get another movie, and then he didn't, and it was just really weird. And then he goes into Morbius,
right?
Which also
we've fixed.
We've fixed that one. And of course, we've got Suicide Squad on the docket. It's coming up, but
it will happen.
It will happen, but and then he goes into this, and people are just like, "Oh, let's bomb this one too." And then it was kind of one of those things of like, man, this guy's trying to create stuff for you guys, kind of give him a chance to do it. But like, yeah, it was that was one thing. But then as we go through some of the fixes, I think there's some things they could have done to make it a little bit stronger,
right,
and use Leto in a better way.
I think the moral of the whole thing is that Jared Leto just needs to consult with us before he takes on any more roles.
So he could talk to the writers and they could rewrite it.
Yes.
Or just tell Leto just to come see us and we'll write him a movie.
That's right.
Okay.
Leto, come see us.
And we'll write your movie.
AKA come see him.
You're not down. You're not up for it, is what you're saying?
I mean, I will, I'll help. I'll be your sidekick.
You'll give me good ideas.
Whenever you tell me the story, I'll be like, amazing.
I think most of my stuff is like I'll write something and you go, nah. That's
no. I love your writing. It's great, and the fixes are always better.
Always better than the original. Okay,
yeah.
Well, I'm glad you said that. Well, let's do this. Let's just give a quick overview. If you haven't seen Tron Ares, we'll give you a summary, and then you can kind of go from there, okay? This kind of advanced programming into the real world, right, from the digital grid into the real world. Because before, it was all in the digital world.
Right, it's like taking people and putting them in the game.
Which is a fun idea, but I'm going to kind of, when I go back, I'm like, well, but there's more fun in the other world. That's you kind of flip the script and thinking like, ooh, but like you only said ooh because it was different, but different isn't always better.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so anyway, so basically what they've done is they've got this very specific mission. Ares, so he is a security tool. Then he's disconnected from human emotion, and he was basically trained to be a killer from its conception, right? But then he crosses over to the human world, and he encounters this kind of messy, unpredictable reality, and he kind of, it doesn't follow code, it doesn't follow the rules, and there's these governments and corporations, and they're all trying to scramble to understand and be able to control him and what they can create, and then Ares starts to evolve and question his purpose and what it means to exist, and I've got to go beyond my programming and noticing things like fireflies and rain, right?
Right. It's your classic AI / robot starts to have
Johnny
human
Five
is
alive scenario.
Yes, correct.
Right. And so here's the deal. Once Ares is he's ordered to basically kill Eve. Now Eve is this other corporation. She's the head of this other corporation, and she's this rival tech giant, and she has found this permanence code. So this permanence code is this. So here's the problem. They are basically able to 3D print basically
stuff they create in the digital
world, and
including Ares,
like actual people.
Yeah.
But it only has like a 29-minute
time limit before they dissolve into like black dust,
and then they go back to the digital world, right? Well, Eve has basically found the permanence code that allows them to stay in the real world, right?
Right.
And that's kind of the whole problem. If they're trying to like sell these armies that they can be 3D printed in minutes and be like totally, amazing and fantastic. Well, if they're only a 29-minute army, then it doesn't.
Right.
Yeah, it can't stay around. So that's really the issue with the whole film, right?
Mm-hmm.
So by doing this, he basically kidnaps Eve, and she has this code that she has in her memory, but they learn that if they extract this, she might die.
Yeah.
Okay? And Ares is like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. And he starts going against his code, and he basically rebels. And he gets her back into the real world, and then there's this whole, like, I'm in this real world, and now I'm going to send you back and do this.
Right.
So he actually ends up journeying to the 80s tech world, the digital 80s tech world.
The original Tron world that we remember from the 80s.
To retrieve the code, and there he finds Flynn, who was in the first film, but now he's older, and he ends up, like, talking about life, and of course, Flynn is pretty much like the, Lebowski, because he's like the dude, instead of like this, because he's like sagely the dude. He's the sagely dude.
He really is. That's
because he's like
hilarious.
Cool, brother. The carpet really ties everything together. Okay, all right, fine.
Exactly.
So when he ends up giving him the code, and he returns to the real world to save Eve from Athena, which is the other program that the company has created, and the rest of the world from their evilness. And then Ares just becomes a human and lives out the rest of his days riding a motorcycle in like Colombia or something. I don't know where he was at.
That was kind of clear as mud.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's
basically the story.
Yeah, it's kind of a strange progression, and that's what I'm like. Visually, it was so, and that's what I liked. Visually, it was just killer. It was so beautiful.
Yeah.
And really interesting. And overall, I did like it. Like, I thought it was, like, really good. But the thing is, it did get muddy. It did get kind of unclear because this journey to find the permanence code, it kept going back and forth and back and forth. Like, now it's in the real world. Now it's in the digital world. Now it's in this. And
it's like, in her, but there's another place we can find it.
We can find it over here, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, and so. I did honestly. I mean, I liked the idea of bringing these digital kind of creations into the real world,
which I feel like we could still do without some of the mess, in my opinion. But
it was an interesting twist, but I feel like I think I know where you're going with your fixes, is that the majority of the film should have taken place in the digital world. It was just when they were in that world, it was so much more interesting.
Yeah.
But the visual effects were great. I mean, definitely, I think that they will stand up. I mean, they'll
absolutely
stand the test of time. The music was interesting. I mean, Tron's kind of known for its music, and they tried to be really interesting.
You can do that as your hot take misstep. Hold on, we haven't got there yet. We're just doing the things we liked.
Yeah,
right?
I liked the music for the most part.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I did. I thought it was interesting and kind of Tron-like.
I thought you were going, because that's one of my missteps. I was like, I thought it missed the mark.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it did, but it was interesting, and I thought it added to the movie more than took away from it. That's just my opinion, though.
I just thought the overall style was not consistent.
There was one song in there that was just like, what is this?
Right.
What are we? Yeah, it didn't match anything at all.
It didn't match anything at all. Right.
But overall, I agree with you. Visually, it was cool.
Well, overall, I thought it was a pretty strong film. It didn't deserve the poo-pooing that it got.
I agreed. It was.
But yeah,
it was too heavily criticized, I felt like.
So, hot take misstep. First one, like I said, is the music. I thought the music was not consistent. Okay, that's my big take with it. It should have had really clear thematic feel to it, and just be like booming and pounding and just driving the film. And I didn't feel like it did.
Right.
This is just a small one, but they're in the real world, and I just hate it when cars and trucks and things run through fences and barriers. No problem. I hate that.
That was a pretty heavy gate that she just
huge. And she
drove through.
Done. I've seen Mythbusters. I've seen it. It doesn't work.
Right.
Your car is toast.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah, heavy metal gates and you just run right through it.
And they gotta stop doing that stuff.
It's kind of ridiculous. Like, just don't put a gate there.
If that's what I know, they're trying to break through stuff, but like, they gotta find a way to.
I mean, if it didn't total your car, it would pop your tire, and you wouldn't be able to go anyway. Yeah,
it's
there's
a
a lot
one,
of
I hate it.
there's a lot of issues with that.
Okay, this other one. Okay, so here's the deal. Eve kind of gets away. She's running away, and bad corporation. They have 29 minutes, and it's that hard line to stay in the real world. And they send these two people to chase down Eve.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, you got 29 minutes.
Yeah.
Or they make 500 sets a minute apart. Like, what? What?
Right.
Right? Why couldn't they just keep making them?
I don't know the answer to that.
Exactly.
That's a great question.
I'm just like, just keep printing them a minute apart, and you don't have a time limit. I don't know.
Maybe he only coded a certain number of these.
Ares is a singular unit, and he
Ares
can never be replaced.
He can't be.
Well, why don't you just have the thousands of foot soldiers?
That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe coding all of these soldiers is harder than we think. And
it
so
made it clear that they could print as many as they wanted.
He coded like 5 of them, and that was it.
He's like, that'll do it.
And they all.
You got 29 minutes.
The only way they get back in the system is by disintegrating after. I don't know. That's
exactly.
That's an interesting
so
question.
That's the hot take misstep. You've kind of, if you put this thing in there, then why wouldn't you just keep printing? You'd have to put something in the script of like, we can only do 10 at a time. I don't care whatever rule that you put in.
Right.
You know, the amount of energy that it takes, and they have to shut down the system until, 30 minutes later. Whatever.
Why would you print them all at the exact same time?
Exactly.
Yeah, I get it. My hot take is that at the end of the film, after, of course, spoilers, he finds the permanence code.
So Ares
finds
permanent.
It.
He comes back in the real world. Yeah.
He becomes permanent. Now he's as long as he can stay alive, he's going to be alive.
Right.
And he immediately fights Athena.
Of course. He has to.
And suddenly he's like bleeding.
Yeah. So
I get the fact. Okay, I get the fact that they're trying to show that he's
human now.
I guess, but I guess that's my hot take is because
how does permanent code make somebody have blood?
He's still digital. He's just digital for how he's just digital in the real world for longer. Like, the permanence code did not make him human.
To them it did.
Well, apparently, I don't understand, and so I guess that's my thing is they didn't really explain that. Like,
no, they did not.
All of a sudden, because this guy was printed. He was like laser printed with and they showed like the debris and stuff, like filament. But how is he suddenly bleeding? Because he got this code that enables him to stay
and remember, like
longer.
He came back from, the old school,
He came back from the old school Tron,
laser
world.
Thing. Not the new stuff that could have given him real blood, maybe.
Right. That's another thing is that when he re-entered the world, he came through this 80s tech.
Yeah.
So it's not even like he was printed with the same stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. And I do have one more little hot take misstep. They do this in films all the time, and I think it's super lazy. He's like, I'll send you back through my old lab.
Right.
Like that lab's going to exist still.
And if it is, it's their power. Is it turned on?
No, I'm just saying they showed Flynn's arcade.
Yes.
And it's all boarded up. Oh, they're going to keep that boarded up for all these years just because? That would have been a bed and breakfast or a church or something by then. They would have changed it out.
Yeah.
Found all this equipment. It would have been in a junkyard. He would have been like phasing back under like 3 tons of trash. There's zero chance.
Yeah.
Zero chance. Unless it was literally like, hey, this is Flynn's thing, and it was like in a museum, and he gets printed in front of a bunch of like kids getting a tour.
You just fixed it.
Well, I wasn't even trying. See how easy that was?
Boom, fixed.
Yeah.
Yep, it's in a museum, and he phases back. But again, like how is he human? Why is he bleeding?
That's a problem.
It was a very big issue for me.
Well, let's jump into some actual fixes here and see if we can make this film like shine like a shiny penny.
Okay.
Let's do it. Act 1. I just felt overall, and to me, this is kind of the bigger fix of the whole thing. The pace was really very off, but the story could have been clearer. Okay, so we spend most of Act 1 just kind of relearning kind of what we needed to learn about this world and
who runs what company and who's fighting each other.
We got to get the audience up to speed, and they do that. People do that kind of through news all the time.
Yeah,
that is the most common. Well, in the news, and we're going to tell a news story.
Breaking story.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I mean, it's either, and you got to do it some way. It's either a news story or you read it on a screen, right?
Right.
And it's hard. It's really, really hard. I always try to do things like, again, things like we mentioned earlier, a museum, and the curator is talking and telling the story to the people walking through the museum. And we learn it as we go. There's ways you can do it, but the easiest one is to do it through news. So okay, so we got to get them up to speed a lot earlier, and we also take a long time before Eve actually gets pulled into the digital world. We're deep into like almost Act 2 before that even happens, and I'm like,
there was a lot of exposition.
Yeah.
Also, Eve had like a sister.
Yeah, that they needed to explain a lot of this, which they could have done a lot. It
was a little bit unnecessary. The only reason they put it in is to kind of give her motivation for
what she was doing.
I guess for what she was doing, and also to give her and Ares something to talk about later. But it was very messy. It just felt like it kind of muddied it up with all the people we had to know about before we actually got to the meat of the story.
Right. So here's my kind of overall fix of the rewrite, what I would have done. First of all, the core idea is to find the permanence code, right?
Yes.
We get it, okay? But it should have been, this concept of like Ares going into the digital world to find it, and so is Eve.
Oh, so instead of like going to Alaska,
right,
to find it on a floppy disk, which is how she found it, by the way.
Yeah.
BTW. But she figures out, just like Flynn, I need to go into the digital world and
get it.
Find where he hid it.
And follow the clues.
And then Ares is also in there, and along with his soldiers or whatever, trying to find it.
Right.
Yes.
And
totally.
Then very early on, when Ares captures her and is told to basically delete her, he can't.
He can't. And then maybe they
saves her, and they go to look for the code together.
Yes.
And then these two are battling these other things that are like, you once led us and now you're against us. What's going to happen?
Right.
And then meanwhile, in the real world, Athena then is battling through police and battling through these other things to kind of break through and destroy like the servers and the things that Eve is on.
Yes.
So like there's this ticking clock now, right?
Right.
So now you've got Eve battling through this whole thing and Ares battling with her in that digital world. And then you also you can have, like I said, you've got them coming to the real world and they keep getting reprieves because every 29 minutes they're disintegrating.
Right.
Right?
And that would be a good kind of mechanism to be able to allow the people in the real world to actually get things done and
recoup
and figure out a plan and retaliate.
Right. Especially if you've said like you got 29 minutes and like you've got to do this thing and it takes another 3 hours or whatever to get the energy back up or to reset or whatever. Okay, so that's the thing.
I think that's a good fix.
Next, Ares, he doesn't have a lot of emotional grounding because he's, I'm a computer. We do this all the time, where it's like the entire film, he's just chilling, you know? And I get that you're programmed, but bro, we're selling a movie, right? We got a movie to sell. We want people to like you.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So, okay, so for the fix, you anchor Ares in this abusive relationship to begin with, right? With his creator. And immediately he's all in. But like as he's refusing and doesn't want to kill and he's trying to save Eve.
Right.
We see, the real connection, and then he starts understanding what humanity is as he's trying to as she's trying to improve the world. He's like, oh, now I understand what this is all about. And
right.
So,
she's he's learning because he's AI, obviously.
Right.
And he learned his programming, but he's learning from a source that's different, that's teaching him new things, that's teaching him things that, about helping people rather than just
destroying them.
Destroying things.
So there you go. Next, the connection at the end with the legacy connection with Flynn. Okay. I loved the 80s stuff.
Yeah, that was fun.
And it was cool.
Yeah.
But it felt a little forced because the story almost didn't lend itself to it because he had to go into a separate digital thing.
Right.
If they were going through the digital world and then they have to track back through going into the digital world of the 80s world.
Right.
Then it makes sense that they're journeying across time in the digital world to get there instead of being in a completely different system. Because then it felt like kind of fan service, and I was like, as much as I liked it, it felt to me kind of empty. It was like, really?
Yeah,
all right.
Just kind of nostalgia for nostalgia's sake.
Right.
Doesn't often work. If it's just thrown in without really a good reason for being there.
Right.
And she had kind of a helper throughout the whole film. This guy that was like helping her find code. Maybe they have somebody. Maybe she has somebody in the, in the real world that's like switching from this to here's this software
because they can talk back and forth.
Yeah, well, here's this software. We'll try this, and maybe they're going older and older and older until they're trying to find it exactly.
And because what happens now, Ares is basically absent for a big part of the film because he's in the 80s world. And he's just chatting it about while huge action moments are right.
While Athena's basically destroying this city, whatever city they're in.
Yeah, and he's just like, "How you doing?" The dude abides. You know what I mean? Okay, cool, man. And that's the problem. So I was like, that doesn't work.
Yeah, they're talking about Depeche Mode and I mean, they're really like just
Beethoven.
having like they're just
they
chatting
are chilling,
it up.
absolutely chilling. Yeah. So for a fix, you've got to use Flynn as this kind of final boss. When the two finally arrive, they're given the code because they've grown and they're changed, and their coding has changed, and they've changed as people. And then you're focused. That means you're focused on story rather than this legacy, fan service stuff.
Right.
Which I like, but it still was empty because of that. So
definitely.
Next, the antagonist. Motivation was kind of thin.
Yeah.
It was, I need to do this, muhaha, this is my company. And I'm like, I like the actor a lot. He's really solid. And, his mom, barely used. I mean, hello, X-Files. She's amazing. And we just barely use her, and then we stab her in the end. And I'm like, oh, man. So here's the deal. For the fix. The main bad guy should have been the mom.
Oh.
Yes. And she's pulling all the strings, but she's got this brilliant son doing all the heavy lifting. Right. And then we learn this, she's like, I'm going to get all these contracts. We're going to be billionaires. It's going to be amazing. But what we then learn is the son really, he doesn't care about that. He doesn't care about the army. He doesn't care about the military. He's basically saying, I hate the real world. I don't want the real world. I want to digitize it all, put it in the digital world, and then I'll rule.
And then
I can control it all.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, right now it's like he has this kind of very level-headed mom.
Yeah.
And there's really no reason for him to be the psychopath that he ends up being.
Right.
I mean, at the end, he kind of regrets.
Yeah.
You see that he regrets how far he went and that it went way further than he meant for it to. But really, like, in the center of the film, he has no problem killing Eve. Like, he's like,
no, yeah.
Just kill her, delete her, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
To get this code. And his mom's like, what are you doing?
And I think that would have been really a cool reveal, because we think that the mom is the one that's the face talking to Ares.
Yeah.
Telling him to do these things, but really then we find out it's the son.
It's the son.
See how much cooler would that have been? Like, been super layered onion right there, man.
Right. And also you think, well, the son's just doing what he's told. It's really the mom who's
right.
But then
you find out
it's all been his plan all along.
His plan all along, because he's like, I can be basically a ruler in hell kind of thing. Like, I can, digitize it all, get in this digital world, and then just be the king.
Right.
Be it all, because I'll build these things for myself and I'll be the super big dog. Right.
Right.
And so we think that's the whole plan. He wants to digitize them all and then him get in there and move on. So,
right. Exactly.
So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Next, the stakes of the film, again, just kind of get the code, but then they never really move past that. Right. It's just get the code. That's it. And
yeah, I mean, like, what's so?
Yeah, but even Aries, they earn each other's respect just by saying it.
Well, yeah. There's no really.
You trust me? No, probably not.
I mean, they build a relationship in the middle of an emergency in about 10 seconds.
Right.
And there's not really any reason for them to trust or help each other, other than the fact that, she doesn't want the code to go to this evil person because she thinks that he's going to use it to build weapons that will last forever.
Right.
And
right.
But even later, it's like we find out she's not even planning on staying with the company. She's just going to give the company the code and be like, use it however you want. Well,
I just was finishing my sister's
how does that make
legacy?
It?
Right.
Yeah, like it almost just weakens the whole plot of the film. It's
right.
Like, why are we even bothering with this permanence code if you're just planning on walking away from it anyway?
Right. So just for a fix, you've got to have clear stakes, which is find the code, and then the bad guy army is then real forever. Human existence is digitized and controlled forever. Something. You got to be clear on what really is the thing, because if we're just going like, okay, so the permanence code makes armies. Is that the end? Like, what's the? Is that the worst? Is that what we're saying? And then what's the ramifications of that? I mean,
because if it's a digital army, wouldn't that be better than real people?
Exactly.
Like, why are we against that?
I know that's the thing. It's got to be clear on what we're really doing.
So there has to be a good reason for her to need to fight it first.
Right.
But
and then through their time in the digital world, he saves her, she saves him, whatever, and that all happens. And then, because I'm who I am, they kind of start to like each other a little bit. I think that they have a
but weird, because he's digital.
I know.
She's a human.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just saying I'm a romantic at heart, and I wouldn't mind them kind of liking each other.
There were a couple times in the film that I felt like they were kind of heading in that direction, where they were trying to have chemistry between the two, and I was honestly like, ugh, weird. Like, weird. It's like falling in love with your computer. It's weird. It's
when
he's not. Again, the bleeding at the end, I think they were trying to show
that he was human.
Hey, he's available now.
Well, they didn't pay that off for sure, because he took off.
They didn't end up together.
He straight up Batmaned her.
Oh yeah, he was like, I'm gonna, just gonna go see.
She turned her head and boom, he was gone.
She turned away for 1 second.
1 second, he Batmaned her so fast.
Yeah,
it was sad. All right, Act 3. The which I forgot to tell you when Act 2 was. It's a few problems back.
Right.
All right. The climax, it basically kind of defaulted into spectacle, which is what happens in a lot of these spectacle-heavy type shows. You know, you've got all the chaos and everything, which it cool. Again, it was cool in the real world.
It was.
But, you know, honestly, there was no real sacrifice because I felt Ares' jump earlier before he went to 80s world to try to save Eve was stronger than the finale. I was like,
agreed.
He's risking something, and I go, whoa.
Right.
He was giving up it all. So, like, for a fix, at the end of this, he's got to choose, right? He's got to choose. Either he's like, I'm going to become human or lose the digital power, or I'm going to stay a program and lose the connection to humanity. Something has to happen in that moment to where he has to make a big choice. And the action and the story should serve that decision.
Agreed.
So, and I'm not even going to say what it is because I don't necessarily know because I haven't written it. I don't know. But something has to happen. There has to be a sacrifice.
He has to be giving something up and not gaining it all. And maybe later Eve can help him regain whatever he gave up. I don't know, but he does. In that moment, he has to lay something down in order to save the day.
Right, and I'm not trying to Deus Machina this, but like I also thought it would have been kind of cool because they mentioned the sister that in that final battle, you know, because they said that she's dead and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that it would have been better if she had like disappeared in the mountains and they couldn't recover her and blah, blah, blah. And that's why the sister was continuing. Yeah. But she had actually digitized herself and she came back for this fight.
Like how cool would that have been if they're like on their journey, they find her in the digital world and bring her back, or she just somehow finds her way back. Yeah, kind of to help save the day.
Right, that would have been cool. The last one here I've got is the ending. I kind of risk, kind of sequel bait, over actual closure. It's like he's like, oh, the cops are coming.
Oh, this is Dillinger.
Dillinger, the cops are coming, and he digitizes himself.
Right,
and
he
he's
escapes.
Gone.
He escapes into the digital world, which. How, by the way, because they had just crashed his entire system.
Exactly.
So where is he going?
I don't know. Again, for a fix, they don't crash the system again because they didn't need to. They battled them, and they've got the permanence code, and they battled them. They don't need to crash the system at all. But he turns the machine on. He runs over. It starts digitizing him, and then bang, his mom shoots him.
Oh my goodness.
That would have been so much better. She's like, because she got stabbed.
Yeah.
And she's blah, 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 and she's dying because his crazy thing, she saw what he had become. And she's like, I can't let you escape.
Right.
And
So even though she's bad, she realizes he's worse.
He ends up, because in the process, Athena, she doesn't stab her because she's getting in the way of the program. He told her to.
Yeah.
He made her stab her.
In the fixed version.
Yeah.
Okay. So he just goes down, he becomes the worst version of himself.
Exactly. He turns into Psycho.
And so the mom's like,
I'm ending it.
I'm ending
I
have to bring it to a close.
Bang.
I started it.
Yep.
I'm ending it.
Yep. That's it, man. I mean, she makes the hard choice to be like, I can't let you escape. In the chaos that you could cause in the digital world.
Right.
Can't let you do it.
Yeah.
So she's like, pop, and he's done.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Dramatic.
I made a strong choice here.
Dramatic.
Yeah, that's what a good Disney friendly film will do to you.
It's very Tron like.
Yeah, instead of the mom dying in the films, the mom pops the kid. There you go.
Okay. Sure, we can go that direction. Yeah. I mean, I do think it makes a better story. I don't know if it makes a better Disney film, but it definitely makes. I mean, it would have been a better ending.
Yeah, because just him and they're like, oh, where'd he go? Oh.
Yeah,
I hate when they do that.
there's-
We expected that. Whenever he's like the
Again,
cops
though.
show up, it's like, oh, he's gonna
Yeah.
get away.
But there's so many unanswered questions even with that. It just like where did he go?
Exactly.
There was nowhere to go.
Because they're like going, okay, well, we got to think about the next film. But there's ways that you can create the next film
yeah,
with the good guys, and then, for example, where's Athena at?
right.
She disappeared back into the programming.
Well, no, but that was the whole point. Is
Yeah.
when they crashed the system, supposedly there was no way for these soldiers to reboot, so they were completely erased.
I guess.
But if the whole world that he had created was erased, then where did he go?
Where was he going?
And that
Exactly.
didn't make any sense.
Right. So what I'm saying is, like, you could have done that without,
Yeah.
making that an issue by not crashing the system.
Got it.
So anyway, well, that's all I got, man.
Yeah, I think overall it's definitely worth seeing this film.
Yeah, I think it
Um,
did not deserve the backlash of like, oh, it's a terrible film and Leto stinks.
Right.
And
Really, Leto gets too much, I
hey,
think.
Yeah,
He's
a
not.
really-
He's
yeah.
good. He's not a bad actor.
dude. Yeah, I mean,
He-
Fight Club and
He does a good job. Even
Yeah.
in Morbius was a terribly written story, but
Yeah.
he did fine in that film. I think
Yeah.
he did fine in this film. It's just wasn't a really well written character, and some of these fixes I think could have taken the whole film and kept all of the cool visual effects of the film,
No.
but just made the story better.
like, now I don't know this person. I don't actually know Leto at all, and I know that he gets a lot of hate and like people going rah, rah, because he's method. And I personally think that method is one of the worst ways that you can go about acting. I think you
Yeah.
can use certain things to help, but like going full, like, only speak to me as this character, and I'm going to send you terrible things in the mail to make you feel uncomfortable around me so that I can be a better joker. And doing all that stuff, I think, is just kind of, it's just being a bad human. And I think you're going to have to sacrifice because, being a bad human, I think is a terrible thing. And it's way worse than turning in a bad performance.
Right.
So, just in
If
overall,
you're gonna pick one,
be a bad
be
performance,
a
not
great
a bad
person and just act like a bad person.
Yeah.
Like,
So I
thus
think-
the name actor.
human. Yeah, because the thing is acting. He's always got this kind of underlining thing of like, dude, he feels like somebody that I would like to know.
Yeah.
I dig his personality and his vibe, but like, it just, whenever he does weird stuff, that's just being childish. And you're not a kid anymore, Leto. I mean, grow up a little bit.
Okay. Well, this
So-
took a turn here at the end.
Well, I'm just saying, I think that's why all the bad stuff kind of was happening, because he has a bad reputation for the stuff. And if you kind of move past this,
right.
thing, he wouldn't really get such,
Right.
review bombs. So that's the thing. So
True. Could be very true.
So Leto, let's write something for you, and you won't be method on it at all. Let's fix your whole career.
Right.
I can fix your career.
Because that's what you need.
That's what we need to do.
That's what you need is a couple of Okies.
Yeah, fixing your career, bro.
Fixing your whole career.
That's it.
I'm sure you're praying for that.
You're sitting in this trailer going, God, if somebody could just tell me what
couple
to
of
do.
old people from Oklahoma could
Just
just
tell us.
tell me how to fix it all.
Gosh, I was gonna like.
Here's our tips, Jared.
Yeah. You can
Let
do
us
this
look over your scripts first. A.
and just be a normal
B.
human.
Learn
being.
how to act so you don't have to become
A crazy person.
a crazy person to act like a crazy person.
Right. There you go.
There you go.
There you
Hey,
go.
we fixed
Solved
it.
it. We fixed
Bam.
your career.
We'll
Good for
take
you.
we'll take our residuals at
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
I can fix your movie.
As you can fix your movie. There you go. All right, everybody. That's our show. I hope you had a good time. Remember to like and subscribe and share and talk and all those fun things. And we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.